This video might be my personal Voyager 1, a tiny message launched into the darkness, hoping that somewhere out there another mind is listening. Someone who thinks like me, someone who feels like me, someone who maybe has always felt like an alien too. Because intelligent people don't just feel lonely, they feel untranslatable. There's a kind of solitude that has nothing to do with being alone in a room and everything to do with being alone in your mind. It's what happens when you think at an altitude where very few people breathe, when your thoughts don't fit into casual conversations, when your depth creates a distance that feels more like exile than preference. It often begins with something simple, something most people never articulate: the realization that there is no moment without thought. Even before waking up, the mind is already running, a constant stream of awareness that never really sleeps. For some people, consciousness switches off easily. For you, it never stops. The insider narrator in your head speaks without rest, commenting on everything, questioning everything, making meaning out of details most people barely notice. And sometimes you wish it would just take a break. This endless awareness can make life feel heavy, as if existing alone drains energy. When your mind never turns off, silence feels impossible. Rest becomes something you have to negotiate with yourself. Stillness becomes a rare luxury. And that's where the loneliness begins, when you realize the thing exhausting you isn't the world, it's your own mind. Most people don't live like this. Most don't analyze every feeling, don't question every belief, don't examine their consciousness as if they're holding it up to the light. You are fluent in a dialect almost no one around you speaks, the language of abstraction, introspection, and late-night clarity. And then comes the truth about intuition, something you may have known your whole life but never said out loud. Intuition is our biggest intellectual disability. Because the deeper you think, the more clearly you see the limits of the human mind, the shortcuts, the illusions, the blind spots woven into our biology. You notice things others don't, patterns, contradictions, the layers beneath the layers. That ability makes you brilliant, but it also makes you incompatible with a world that runs mostly on instinct. You're playing chess in a world that insists on playing checkers. And you love chess, but you miss having someone who understands the game. Then comes the internal split, the quiet fracture inside many intelligent minds. There are two versions of me. The ideal self, disciplined, wise, capable of greatness. And the operating self, tired, inconsistent, painfully human. You know exactly who you could be. You see the superior version of yourself with almost uncomfortable clarity. And that gap, that distance between potential and reality, creates a loneliness even deeper than the one you feel toward others. It becomes a loneliness with yourself. You live with a mind that analyzes everything, but also with a heart that feels everything. Fear that starts in the stomach, sadness that appears without explanation, music that doesn't evoke emotion but is emotion, love that feels like gravity, and existential anxiety that feels like floating in a dark ocean, knowing something massive is beneath you, but never knowing what it is. These experiences are intense, and intensity isolates. You're not too sensitive, you're not dramatic, you're not overthinking. You're simply alive in a way many people never are. And that aliveness, that raw, constant awareness, makes you see things others avoid. Mortality, fertility, meaning, the absurdity of being conscious in a universe that doesn't explain itself. People don't want to talk about these things, but you do, because pretending not to notice would feel dishonest. That's why deep conversations feel rare. It's not that people are stupid, far from it. It's the depth itself is rare, the kind of depth that examines the world, questions the self, and tries to understand consciousness from the inside out. People who think like this are scattered across the world like stars, far apart, isolated by geography, circumstance, and probability itself. And that is why intelligent people feel alone. Because they are. Because minds like yours don't appear in clusters. They appear one at a time. So maybe this video is my Voyager 1, a message drifting through the dark hoping to collide with another rare consciousness somewhere out there. Maybe you're that consciousness. Maybe you've always felt like you don't belong, like your mind is tuned to a different frequency, like the world is too loud, too shallow, too distracted for the depth inside you. Maybe your thoughts have never had a place to land. If so, then hear this. You're not broken, you're not strange, you're not too much. You're simply rare. Rare minds always find each other eventually. And who knows, maybe if you subscribe, my Voyager 1 won't have to drift alone forever.